Hello, hello, hello. Hi there. This is your girl, Eposi Ziton. Today we're going to be talking about divorce, and it's going to be the issues that come with the process of divorce. I am a product of divorce because my parents divorced. So I've been through a lot due to that. I've seen a lot, and I feel like my ideas could be of some kind of help to somebody. It could be people going through the divorce process. It could be kids that are in divorce homes, and it could be somebody that is just trying to cope, with how to handle the issues that come about as a result of divorce. So the thing today that I'm going to really emphasize on is going to be anger. Anger is such a serious topic when it comes to divorce, because a lot of people are angry. The two people that are going through the divorce process, they're angry because that's not something they wished for themselves. Nobody's going into a marriage hoping to become divorced. A lot of people go into a marriage for better or for worse, till death do us part. So when it comes to the time where the two people are no more able to get along, and they feel like the marriage brings the worst out of them, then they come to that decision of going through a divorce. But like I said in my other shows, coming to the point of divorce should be after you've tried every other resource out there. You have a lot of resources out there. You have professionals who are skilled, who have studied in depth how to advise, counsel, or assist couples so they can better solve their problems and don't go into a divorce situation. But for those that have done everything that they can and they finally have come to the conclusion that they should have a divorce, bear in mind, for those who have kids, you might want to have a nice way to inform or educate your kids about the fact that mom and dad can't be together anymore. A lot is not going to change. You guys are still going to be there for them, but you think this is the right thing to do, to go your separate ways. With kids, all kids want is reassurance, comfort, support. As long as kids know that their well-being is ensured, then they don't have nothing to worry about. Yeah, they're still going to be angry. Yeah, it might still be difficult, but you know what? The way the divorce process is being handled in terms of anger, it helps to reduce the impact on the kids. Like I said, it's going to be different segments, because today I'm just going to talk about anger in the global sense, in the sense that it's an issue when people decide not to be together anymore. We should pay attention to that, and we should make sure that we do whatever it takes to reduce the impact. We do whatever it takes, to make those parties that are involved in our marriages not to feel like they've not been taken into consideration, and we don't realize that we've created that atmosphere of anger. For example, I being a product of divorce, I was very angry. I had a lot of outbursts. There were so many times I was mean, I was rude, I was just going out of order. And to me, I felt like I was trying to catch my parents' attention. But because they were so occupied with trying to reorganize themselves, I guess they did not even pay that much attention to me. And that made me even more angry. So please, parents, this is where I come in. If you decide that you want to divorce and you've done everything in your powers to save the marriage, and you realize that it's not going to work, you're just going to bring the worst out of each other, it's okay. It's okay to go through with the divorce, but be cognizant of the fact that you have kids and you might want to inform them your reason for the divorce. Remember, kids might be of different ages, so you have to bring the information to them in a way that is good for their ages. You just don't want to come to maybe a 2-year-old and say, oh, mom and dad don't want to be together anymore. Because what goes through their mind is that, what's going on? They start feeling the blame. They start thinking maybe they are part of the cause of the divorce. So for the most part, you want to go with their ages and know how much information you can give them, how much information they can grasp, and how much information is going to help them to better function in society. I'm also going to go ahead and talk about family members. Those are the people that we do not even think that this should affect. But guess what? It does affect our family members, because when you decide that you want to get married, you bring a lot of people into your situation, and now they feel like they are part of your world. So when you decide that you've done everything in your powers to save the marriage and it's not working, please do remember that family members had been brought into this marriage. So you might want to have a way to address it, so you don't create a lot of conflicts. You don't create a lot of judgment, like, blames. You don't create an atmosphere that is not conducive for everybody to cohabit. So you might have a nice way that you're going to have to talk to your families and let them know that it's not working for you all no more. Don't be very emotional or selfish, where you just feel like, well, it's my life, it's my problem, I have to handle it the way it works for me. Because guess what is going to be the outcome of this is that a lot of people are going to be angry, and it's going to bring enmity. It's going to create a situation where people are blaming one another. That's what we don't want. We want the separation to be in a way that people can still cohabit, people can still relate, people can still keep their relationships that they formed with one another. Also, when we talk about anger, we also have to think about the fact that when people decide that they don't want to be with each other anymore, sometimes when it comes to love, people get out of love with one another at different times. Say, for example, the husband might still be in love with the wife, so maybe you finding her outburst to be a little bit strange. No, please pay attention to the fact that one person might be out of love, meanwhile the other person is still in love. So the tact or the way it's going to be handled is very important. Like I keep saying, we do have a lot of resources out there. Let's not always take matters in our hands and forget that whatever we do does affect other people. Please, 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 my audience, I'm begging you, you should look for the resources. For those who don't have professional assistance, you might use the traditional methods that have been used in the past. You can go to good friends. When I talk about friends, I know everybody's like, oh my God, friends. Let me tell you, you have different kinds of friends out there, and we should be able to identify what we call friends. You have friends that are builders, you have friends that are just out to have fun with you, and you have friends that you can rely on, who can pick you up in times of crisis. So when we're going through something like that, go to the right friends. Friends that you know are builders. Friends that you know are there to pick you up. Tell them your story. Ask them if there's anything that they can do to help you in this process. If there's anything that they can do to save, to save your marriage. And you never know. We have marriages that have been saved because somebody who is a friend advocated. Somebody who is a friend tried to use the tools that they've used in their own marriages that have helped them to save their marriage. And it worked, for the friends that they were advising. Same thing with churches. A lot of us, we are in organizations like church or clubs. If you know that you are in a club that does those kind of help, like assisting couples, please don't hesitate to go to maybe a club like that, or if it's your pastor, or if it's your priest, or if it's your church choir, whatever organization you are in, please don't hesitate to go there and ask for help. Please, 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 always see how you can ask for help if you need one. Today, like I said, I'm just talking about anger in the global sense and the resources that are out there that we can use to reduce how the impact of divorce can affect us. All right? Once more, thanks again. This was Quality Time with Eposi Ziton.